Since I started this channel a few years back, I have focused primarily on Mini-ITX PC builds. And I've been looking for a test bench or open air case that could accommodate these builds while I'm testing them and building them out, but also looked fairly good and was pretty sturdy. Now, there aren't a ton of good options, especially if you're looking to spend less than $100. I obviously didn't want it to be expensive, so I've been on the hunt for a while. The closest I've gotten so far was this Geek test bench here, which is all acrylic and obviously doesn't have an area for a power supply, so that's an issue. In steps a mystery Chinese company and this ugly brown box, which hopefully contains the Mini-ITX test bench of my dreams for under 50 bucks. Okay, so let's take a look at what is inside the box here. This is a board that's made by a company called Electric Magic. I've never heard of them, and I probably will never buy anything from them again. I don't know who they are or what they make other than this. All right, there's more on the back here. More tape. It's taped well. Okay. Close that up. All right, so in the box we have what appears to be a printed manual. It is all in Chinese, so I do not read Chinese, so that's not going to be very helpful, but it does have pictures, so that should be okay. This is 40 bucks. I wasn't expecting a ton. All right, here we have more what appears to be diagrams, again, in Chinese. Not super helpful, but it's a very simple thing to put together, I would imagine. We have all our screws here. Hopefully I can follow the pictures and assemble it with no issues. Hopefully. So here we have everything that came in the box. We have 2 main rails, 3, I guess, connecting rails there. Angle brackets, I'm assuming for connecting these to these. A pair of white gloves for some reason. The bracket for the hard drive, which is actually acrylic. These are metal, by the way. They appear to be aluminum, and these feel like they're either aluminum or steel. Your rails for your graphics card there to hold it up, keep it secure. 4 feet with rubber or soft foam bottoms, so that's good there. Power switches, reset switches, and indicator lights, very helpful. And a bag of assorted connectors, screws, clips, whatever you want to have it. Hopefully, there are a lot of them in here, a lot more than I thought there would be for something that appears to be so simple. So hopefully this isn't complicated. I'm gonna try and follow the Chinese instructions and get this built. One thing to be careful about that I've noticed immediately, the edges on these metal bars are a little sharp. Not crazy sharp like you're gonna cut yourself instantly, but I would just be careful when dealing with them so that you don't hurt yourself, but they are a little sharp. So this kind of slots together similarly to some of the Geek products that I've used, where you have brackets that you line up. You have a little piece that slides in there, a bracket that goes on top, like you see, and then a screw goes in there, and that's how things are secured down. So it's similar to the Geek case. In my experience, this isn't the most secure way to do things, but it saves cost on machining, I'm guessing, because you can just buy these straight tubes. Or these metal brackets and connectors, which is a lot cheaper than having things drilled and manufactured, I would imagine. So that's why you see this on a budget ITX kind of test bench here. Let's see if I can get it assembled and if it's actually sturdy and secure. Okay, so we have everything fully assembled, and it actually came together pretty well. It's not the easiest thing to put together, and not having any written instructions does complicate things a bit, but it's not too hard to figure out. If you've ever assembled a computer or played with Legos, you should be fine. You should be good to go. So taking a look, we see here we have 2 brackets or 2 screw posts for a hard drive, whether that be a platter drive or an SSD. Here are your posts for your motherboard, 1, 2, 3, 4. Also see the post for your graphics card there. You do single or dual slot, and this is where you connect the back of your power supply. It just comes out this way. This keeps it up, supports it in addition to this post here. So it's very secure, doesn't wobble or anything. It looks good. Let's turn it upside down. Take a look. The feet, I think, look really good. There are some plastic pieces on here, like here, but for the most part, the frame is metal. These feet do provide good cushion, and I was impressed with how solid the overall build quality was once complete. The build process, I was a little bit worried, honestly, but now that everything is together, this is a solid piece here, and it looks really good. There are also these protectors here for the edges so you don't cut yourself, but they are pretty loose. They just pop right off, as you kind of see there. So that's one area where it could be definitely improved, but just having them is nice. I don't anticipate them being jostled around a ton to the point that I would be knocking them off or losing them. But overall, good build quality. Let's get some components in it so you can see what it looks like. So here we have some basic components. Let's slide on the motherboard. So you line it up with your 4 posts and slot that in like so. Oops. Right there, that's good to go. Then you take your power supply. This is a full ATX power supply, so you're not limited to Mini-ITX or SFX power supplies there. And then you can go ahead and connect all your cables up on this side here. And your hard drive goes like so. And it just sticks right there, screws in nicely, and everything works out well. This is obviously tight. This would be better with a smaller power supply and or a fully modular one that didn't have such stiff cables. But you see the point. This works really well. It also came with these guys here. So you have a power switch, a reset switch, red and green indicator lights, which is a very nice and very useful touch. There are also screws for everything here, for the post here, your motherboard standoffs, hard drive, and power supply. So I kept them all in this separate bag here. I'm going to go ahead and screw everything in so we can see what a final setup system in this would actually look like. So here we have the fully assembled system. As you can see, there's adequate space for all of your components. You have your power supply here, pulling in air from the outside. You can also flip it around if you wanted to do that for some reason. Obviously, with this configuration, you can have coolers of pretty much any height. It will accommodate full-length cards, but I have a Mini-ITX card since that's really what kind of system I'll be building in, and most people with this will be building in. There's adequate space between the hard drive and the power supply as well. You see there's plenty of space for your cables, so you can put them through, do everything. And also, the way it's set up, you have your switches here lined up, easy to access. It would be cool if there was a way to like connect them here, but I can figure out a way to do that. Nothing's really wired correctly, as you see. Just wanted to show you what it looked like when you had a full system set up. It's really secure. I don't feel any type of wobbliness or anything. It feels really good. I'm shocked by the actual quality and stability of this system. Much better than I was expecting for something that cost $39.99. So this is really cool. I'm gonna test this out. I'm gonna set this up as my secondary test rig, slash gaming system. I think it's gonna work out really well. If you're looking for an open air case, this could work as well. Overall, after assembly, testing, all that good stuff, I do think that this is a solid quality item. If you've been looking for an open air test bench or just an open air case for casual use, or you don't like enclosed cases, you want maximum airflow, don't care about dust, this is a decent option. To be honest, for under 40 bucks, I was expecting even less than I actually got. It does have full metal construction, but there are no instructions. So if you're the kind of person that needs detailed instructions, you may want to look elsewhere. But it was fairly easy to assemble. It's not that complicated, and I don't think anyone would have an issue there. If you're looking to pick one of these up, I would hurry. There weren't that many left on Amazon, and I'm not sure where else you can get them or when they'll come back in stock once they're out. But as always, thanks for watching, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you liked the video. I'm Jay. I'll see you next time.